This flying boat had been sitting for years, and boy did I get in over my head. Today is the big day where we attempt to fly this for the first time. However, right after we got this engine dialed, this happened. Time to make the crawl to the back of the airplane and get this thing out. So we either call them and see if they have one, or maybe we can make one. And just like that, Hollywood magic. The moment of truth, here we go. And down, please don't break. It's supposed to be all the way back like that. Once I made the final adjustments on the tail wheel and figured out how to get it out of the hangar, I just noticed we got something hanging down. It's that skid boat pad thing. Man, the duct tape came off of the back. I'm sure that's fine. Can I get a clear prep? Eventually it did decide to start. I'm sure that's normal. A quick brake check. Yep, brakes work. Now let's take it for a drive. Well, that was fun. What would happen if I held the brakes and applied full power? That is a lot scarier than it looks on camera. I was feeling so confident at this point, I went to school, learned about water rudders and wind and waves. Now it was time to put all that learning to work. I spent the next several days taking off and landing on all kinds of water in all kinds of places. Some rough water, some smooth water, something called glassy water, until we all felt confident that I was slightly less dangerous. All right, we did it. We are now an official seaplane pilot. That is fantastic. Now we need to go see if we can fly that Aventura. Whoa, hold on a second, something's broken. Wait, when you did that, something leaked out, Lego. Hold on, I need a light. Stinking robocalls like 5 times a day. This ends right now. Let's see, how to remove phone number from robocalls. This looks promising. My personal information is being sold and published online without me even knowing about it. Well, good news, I have the right to protect my privacy and request that these data brokers delete the information they have. Bad news is, if I did this myself, it would take years. All you gotta do is 3 easy steps. First, create an account. Tell us whose personal information they're gonna be removing. Number 2, let them do what they need to do so they can contact these data brokers and get all this stuff removed. Step 3, let them do their thing, and they handle all the objections and they keep me up to date on the progress every step of the way. Oh, it's that lower screw hole thing. Alan, ooh, that's leaking a lot. That was not doing that yesterday. Okay, Lego. Maybe we found an issue for sure. All right, go ahead and pump. Whoop, stop. Silas and I spent the rest of the day fixing the brakes and getting all the air bled out. Some final touch-ups. Now the flight controls are ready to go. Apparently we have zip ties that hold the wings on. Look at this. Check it out. Zip ties that hold the wings together. And we had a couple of these break on us. So we got some more, and we're just gonna go ahead and replace those. And then put our cover back on the top up there to get that dialed in. Never in my life have I seen a 4-foot zip tie. 180 pounds is what this thing is supposed to hold. You can almost hula, or not hula, what do you call that? Jump rope. That. I don't know how you get more leverage on these things. guess. Oh yeah, those have been there a while. My guess is since it was built in 2008. You may already realize what I'm about to find out. Uh-oh. I think I know why I took that zip tie off. Oh, no! Oh man, that is sharp under there. Ta-da! Told you, you don't put this zip tie on until you get this cover on. Good job, buddy. Nice. Are you excited to fly this one?
Yes.
Really?
Yes. I mean, land on water. Come on.
It's pretty awesome.
2 weeks later.
It's been 2 weeks and I've hardly gotten any robocalls. Thank you, Incogni, for that. You can use the code Jimmy's World at the link below and get an exclusive 60% off of your annual Incogni plan. That's code Jimmy's World at the link below. Check them out. Thank you for sponsoring today's video and for making less phone calls. Let's get back to fixing this thing up. All these boxes that go to this flight sky pitch pilot thing all have to come out of the airplane and go back to this guy that did this thing. Then we're gonna put some new electronics in it that are gonna be shiny and cool. Let's get to work. I was amazed yet again just how easy it was to remove all the old avionics and instruments. We just took these 3 out and we can replace it with one thing. Got a hold of the folks at Aircraft Automation. They make the Super Eco is what they call it. And they claim it's the lightest autopilot in the world. We're not doing the autopilot part of it. We are just doing that. One instrument should be able to replace all 3 of those other ones. And he said that it should only take 2 wires of power and ground because it has the GPS, it has all the stuff is all built into this and a battery backup right here. We plug our pitot and static in here, little GPS antenna, power ground. Maybe that's it. Maybe it's that simple. I mean, how hard could it be? One other totally awesome thing to power all these new fancy electronics, EarthX battery, baby, what's up? That is, I put one of these on the Lancer. Huge difference, way more juice in this little box than the other old school things. We are gonna, however, have to change our bracketry here because this is a lot smaller, and I had to do the same thing on the Lancer too. So just a little bit of sheet metal work, some metal work. We've got the other thing hooked up. Now we just got to put some power to it and turn it on and see if it'll turn on. And that, boys and girls, is corrosion. Look at that. Wow. Once we cleaned up the bracket, reinstalled it, and adjusted it for this smaller battery, it was time to hook it up and turn it on. If I did my math correctly, this should turn on. Okay, if I turn that on, that should... Hey! That is fantastic. Oh, got a bright light out now. Yeah, I've been messing with some of the wires. Not surprised by that, honestly. Ooh, we're gonna have to play with this and find out what all this stuff does. This does all kinds of fun stuff. Now I need something to fill those 2 holes in. Something you're never ever supposed to do is blow in the pitot tube to move the airspeed needle. Today is the big day where we attempt to fly this for the very first time in 11 years. However, there's a couple of problems. One, I don't have a tailwheel endorsement, so legally, I'm not allowed to fly this anyways. 2, I've never flown one of these kind of airplanes, so that's kind of not good. And 3, this is the first flight after a major maintenance and not flying for a very long time, so the risk of something going wrong is pretty high. So I brought in a secret weapon. This is Alex. He is the dealer of the aventuras out of the land. And he just walked in and he said he knew this airplane. You know this airplane?
Yeah, so I actually have a photo of this aircraft when it was in Rockledge up on our wall. So Top Fun. It's kind of a cool spin on the name. But yeah, no, so I definitely recognize it. I haven't seen it in years, so it just looks like it wants to fly. So, and they're a ton of fun.
Well, that's neat. Well, I'll let you look around this thing. He's gonna check it out, and you know, assuming that he thinks this is safe to fly. Alex looked everything over, said it was good to go. It is airborne. Woo-hoo! That sounds good too. There it is, flying for the first time in 11 years. And I think we just heard over the radio, he said it was flying pretty good, right? Man, that sounds so good. It's coming in for a nice landing. Bringing her in a lap in the pattern. Yes! Well, boss?
Well, she flies great. It's a nice airplane. Yeah, everything's good.
Solid, good to go?
Solid, good to go. I would adjust your idle stop a little bit because it gets a little low when you're rolling out and you bring it all the way back. It can get below the 1800-ish.
Okay.
But other than that, I mean, no, there's no complaints. She flies well.
Here we go, boys and girls. It's my turn. Can I get a clear
prop?
Oh my God.
Dude, my God.
Patrick is awesome. He took his time and helped me get comfortable with it before we finally hit the runway.
Plant City traffic, Top Fun, Aventura, taking runway 104 departure, Plant City.
I hope I wore the wrong shirt today.
So again, it's going to be an easy transition into some low power, and then you'll start feeling that tail come up. And at that point, we're kind of flying. We'll start adding more pressure.
Roger that. Do I put the fuel pump on for?
Yeah, fuel pump on. Yep. Okay. Yep, start working that power in. You'll feel that tail coming up a little bit left.
There it goes.
All right, a little bit more power, or we're flying.
I wasn't worried.
Yeah, go ahead.
Now let's test to see if the wheels come up.
So that's locked in, right? So we're looking for, should be a blue. Yep. All right, we got blue. Check your gear, check your mirrors. Is your tail wheel up? Tail wheel's up.
It's chilly in here, isn't it?
Yeah, that's definitely jacket weather. All right, I got him there. Coming over, we'll just hang to the right just a hair.
We even had a friend join us for this momentous occasion.
That's so cool.
Patrick took me out and we got comfortable flying the airplane and what it felt like until it was time to practice a landing. I should also mention it was really gusty that day. A great day to learn how to fly a tail wheel in a brand new airplane. I could see that this landing was not stable, so we decided to go around and try again. I could tell this one already felt better. Maybe this time I'll actually get to land. Yes, that's my tires squealing that you hear. You'll see what happened in just a second. I don't think I actually broke it. I think it was from something that we may not have noticed until I saw this. It's kind of hard to see in the light, but look at the wear. This out here is brand new. That is not. That tire is crooked, so I'm afraid. Oh yeah, it's bald right there on this one, and it still has the nubs on that side. And you can see that this is kind of crooked in here. And we found a bent bolt right here, well, there's your problem. This whole thing is crooked. Look, it's all cocked way off to that side, which makes the wheel, when it comes down, sit this way, because I think it's the space of this pulley right here. So I think we're going to need to refabricate how this whole thing is mounted on here. And this is not the tail wheel that's in the instructions or that comes with a kit. This is an upgraded mall tail wheel, which is supposed to be better. And that hole up there was the original factory hole that's centered with everything, and this is all experimental. Yep, I would say that's kind of bent. I was really hoping in this video we would be able to take it on the water, but it's broken and it's going to take a while to fix. So thank you for watching. If you haven't already, subscribed, so when I do get this fixed and we can fly it on the water and see if it floats, you'll be the first to find out. Well, see you on the next video. You can get this shirt on SaveThe310.com.